So today I do want to talk about Haruma Miura. He was a very popular Japanese actor. He was a 30-year-old. He was a singer, dancer, stage performer, extremely talented actor. He entered the Japanese entertainment industry at age 7 and became very busy, and he appeared in many major Japanese drama by his late teens and starred in numerous Japanese TV drama, film, even Chinese film, movies, and he even played as the drag queen named Laura as part of the Broadway show. And it appeared that he was at the peak of his career these days, and a lot of people look forward to his continued success. Many people have thought that he will continue to rise in this industry and eventually appear in Hollywood movies, and that's something Haruma wanted to do deeply. He was very diligent, studious, and he was a perfectionist. Despite his enormous talent, he never forget to put his best effort, and he was studying English whenever he has time. But on July 18, we received the devastating news that shocked the country. The Haruma died by suicide in his apartment in Tokyo. He was filming his new Japanese romantic comedy TV series that's gonna air in September. The night before, he was expected to return to work the next day, but he didn't show up to the set. So his manager used a spare key to go into his apartment, found his body. Some reports say that when the paramedics arrived, his heart was slightly beating. I don't know what that means, but he was pronounced dead at 2 p.m. at the hospital on the same day. The cause of his death is suicide, and his management and family had a small funeral 2 days later. They apparently found his handwritten journal on which he wrote a lot about death and suicidal ideation, and he was feeling very depressed. I actually became his fan after watching the Japanese TV show called The Hours of My Life. Haruma played the main character Takuto, who was a new college graduate in Japan and was diagnosed with degenerative disorder ALS. Haruma poured heart and soul into this character because he really wanted to share the meaning of life and the importance of life. No matter what happens to you, what kind of disease you suffer from, you can persist and persevere and choose to live. I have been struggling to cope with his death, and many people, including those who are not his fans, say they're also struggling and feeling overwhelming sadness and then can't stop thinking about him. And he has received an overwhelming number of messages on his Instagram. Everybody who has been interviewed by the media say Haruma was such a kind-hearted man who always wanted to be there for other people, wanted to make his colleagues feel comfortable. And even though he was very famous and popular, he was very humble and always tried his best, and again put like 120% into every film and the roles that he played. As a social worker who has experience in mental health counseling treatment, I feel very devastated if truly Haruma died by suicide, because it says that means that he really suffered from severe depression or other mental health issues, or something really corner him. People choose suicide or don't choose suicide because they feel that's the only option available to be out of this emotional pain, emotional suffering. Nobody wants to suffer. We would never understand because he was always smiling, and people around him never even imagined that he was suffering. Is there anything we could have done? No matter how much we wrestle with this thought, Haruma would never returned, and we did lose a star. He was truly a star. A lot of people say, why? Why did he do this? He was successful and had a bright future as an actor. But I want to remind everybody that Haruma Miura was still a human with raw emotions, and he struggled just like any of us. And I can only imagine the enormous pressure that he has been under since he entered into this Japanese entertainment industry at age 7. And all we can do is to just celebrate his life, continue watching his films and drama series, and carry on his positive messages and spirit that he just wanted to share through these films and stage. And he his 30 year he was only 30 years old, but he really left so much behind. And I just hope that we can celebrate and honor his life and his way of living. I personally, as a social worker in mental health field, I have a lot of questions about his death, and I'm very troubled that Japanese police is not releasing the autopsy result if they even did it. And I don't know why they had to do the funeral cremation within 2 days. That I feel like that was very quick, and because of that, many of us are feeling unsettled because we don't really see the big picture, and all we hear is assumption. He had problem with his parents, money, but I feel like something happened to him the night before, and we will never know. But I hope that his soul is at peace, and I just want to really thank Haruma for everything he has done throughout his life. Thank you.